changing the name of the game to Pigsiverse, right?
Hi guys.
Good
How
afternoon.
is it going?
Hello, hello.
Hey.
Great to see you all.
We
Why,
have
hello.
a special surprise live stream today because we are celebrating Creativerse's 3rd anniversary.
3 years of Creativerse. Can you believe it? This is amazing.
It was 3 years ago today when we launched the game as an early access title.
Yeah, I remember.
And still have to this day some of the players who joined us that day.
We sure do. I remember I was lucky enough to pick up the game, I think day one, right around there. And the game it was then and the game it is now today is wildly different. Just imagining, I remember my first day I jumped in and I think I wandered around. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to craft. I made my way into a cave and fell down to the stalactite layer. Had no idea how to teleport or get out, and that was my first experience, and it was awesome.
And you've since learned so much and come so far, and you were so great at it that we had to hire you.
That's true. I did learn how to teleport at least. So when I interviewed here, they said, "Well, can you teleport?"
Yes.
And I said, "You know it."
Yeah, there's a number of Creativerse related questions, and I'm getting sound from my computer, so let me just turn that down so that's not distracting me.
Do it immediately.
But yeah, I of course have been here from the beginning. In fact, we're going to look at some of the old videos that I did, the old trailer.
Yeah.
And it's fun to kind of look back and see how far the game has come.
Totally.
We also have a couple surprises up
We
our
do.
sleeves. So I think what we wanted to do was bring on the master of Creativerse, or one of the masters of Creativerse, Thor. We said, Thor, what are you doing right now? And hey, Thor, what are you doing right now? You want to come over and join us? I hope you weren't busy.
Let's see if this works. I'm going to scoot a little bit.
Let's see if we can all fit in the frame.
How's
How's it going?
I mean, I wasn't doing anything, so
Yeah.
You were just kind of sitting
Creativerse
there.
just like runs itself at this point, right?
Right.
We do have
So
those,
easy.
the player created blueprints. Hey, we're done. Everyone's just going to make those forever.
I am just okay. So we. I'm sorry. I'm used to like following the chat. I'm not going to be as responsive to chat today. I'll try to kind of peek in a few minutes and see if there's any questions. But I think for now we wanted to just first of all say so. Thor has been the game designer on Creativerse from the very beginning.
Yep.
You were, writing some of those item descriptions way back when, right?
Yep. Me and Dan Hurd, one of the other game directors here in the studio, we were writing some of the humorous text that is so joyful, and we love to watch you guys laugh your socks off reading those descriptions. So.
Tell us, by the way, I will try to look. Can you guys hear us okay? I think it looks like everything's working, but
Yeah, let us know.
tell us what are some of your first memories of working on Creativerse?
So, some of my first memories, we were trying to, we had kind of the voxel engine. This is before we actually released early access, but we had the voxel engine, and we were trying to desperately come up with what is our crafting tree, and it's really hard to start from nothing and get somewhere where you have a compelling crafting tree. And we created this kind of cool web app called CandyCraft that we used to iterate and create this really cool crafting system that now is what's in the game. And one of my favorite memories after that is when we added the Morse code dropped recipes that revealed that to players. Players got to experience that for a short time, and that was really cool to let them in on the kind of like the back history of what Creativerse was. And people ended up getting to Brentland, which was kind of like this funny inside joke that we had where you could go mine barbecue, and you know, it was really a great moment where we could share with the community this kind of little bit of playful history. So that was really fun.
Yeah, if you Mind barbecue is the best barbecue.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you go back on our Steam forums, you can actually still find the thread that was started by Dan, I think, way back then when the first player finally found, I think it was Twizzle, finally found that game. He decoded all of the secret messages on those data chips and figured out there's a little trick to decoding them, and you get the web address, and then you were able to go play this little mini web game. And he was the first one, and so you can still kind of see the process that everyone was trying to decipher those chips and figure out what they were all about, and ultimately make their way to that little kind of tidbit from the history of Creativerse.
Yep. Sadly, the service we were using to host part of that stopped. They went out of business, so it no longer works. And we've had players ask about having us bring it back, which we'd like to do at some point. We're just so incredibly busy. But
making UGC blueprints.
And
all the great stuff that is to come.
The sound and video is 1 second off each other. Note from somebody.
Well, I don't know what that would be.
I am not quite sure how to troubleshoot that or fix that.
So apologies, you guys, if you're noticing what some folks here just had, that the sound is a little off sync from the video. I can imagine that's super annoying, and I'm sorry about that. Not particularly sure what we can do about that, so we're going to power through, I think.
I have an idea. Close your eyes and just listen to our voices.
What if we just talk like this?
Then you don't have to look at our ugly faces.
Hey, you guys.
I like that.
Yeah, if we just talk like this, then it's not a problem at all.
Yes.
Yep. It looks like there are some people who are saying it's fine, so it may be on Twitch's ends.
Yeah. Refresh your page. Just refresh
Larry?
your browser. Hey, there's Larry. The man who has sworn he will never be on a live stream.
Yeah. He always manages to come bomb us, though.
Yeah, he does.
I think he secretly wants to be part of it.
I think he does. I think we should just surprise stream, hold a camera and go to his desk.
There you're live!
And he has to like run away or decide to stream. Because,
it's the only way.
So yeah, I think we hopefully will bring back Candycraft at some point. But we've got a lot of other really great stuff planned for the future.
I would say, without giving anything away, so let's frame it this way. We recently put out into the community a poll for the players, all our great players, to let us know what you want to see in the future of Creativerse. We have our own set of things that we're already working on, that are already in production or pre-production, and we have kind of our plans for the future. But we want that plan to be shaped and also influenced by, your suggestions as players, as passionate folks who have been with us for up to 3 years playing this game. And so if you're interested in taking that poll and giving us that information, you can drop by our forums. It's on Facebook, it's on Twitter, it's on Reddit. You can find it if you really want to. I'd encourage you to fill that out. Take a few minutes to let us know what you want to see for the future of Creativerse. That said, we do have our own set of stuff that's already in motion and stuff that we're planning for the future. So Thor, is there anything, without giving anything too away, that you're particularly excited about coming up in the future, or that you just can't wait to get into the hands of everyone?
Yep. So, firstly, just to touch on the survey, we're already reading those responses. Last time I checked, we had like 450 responses already, which is really awesome. And one of the really exciting things, we're always listening to the community, and so whenever we come up with plans, we're already taking that into account. But it's nice to have to see some of those responses come in and really directly align with some of the things we're already working on. So, and then to that note, not to give anything away, but we've really enjoyed building Creativerse from where it began to where it is now, and we're coming into a high-tech period of Creativerse, and adding UGC blueprints and adding new types of blocks, and so you can expect that theme to continue as we build content for the game.
Sure. We have a couple of fun strolls down memory lane.
Yes.
First, why don't we just turn on the? Why don't we first? You wanted to kind of go through some of the most popular screenshots.
Yeah, so I think we thought this would be a fun idea. part of Steam is the screenshot section. We love to go there and look at everything new and popular for the week. It's a good way to be surprised by what people are doing with the tools that we've given them. What's up, Jeremy? And so, but if you go up to the top of it and you switch it from like most recent, last week, and go to all time, you can really get this cross section of crazy and awesome things that the community has done over the last 3 years. And so we thought it'd be a little fun to go through those and just kind of look through those with you all here on the stream. And so the top one, I can't believe it, this is from Nenoka 713. This was, I remember, I think year one, we ran a farm contest.
Right.
Just build up, this was even before, no, there was farming in the game because we've got it here, but just build an awesome farm and take a screenshot. It was one of our early contests. And that was one of the winning entries, and it made its way to the top.
This was actually right after the homesteading launch, where we introduced farming and pets and cooking. You can actually see we hadn't even updated our character yet. It's still using the old kid hand gauntlet.
Yeah.
So it was pretty cool.
Yep. And I love those scarecrows using carpet blocks and shredded leaves. It looks like very creative there.
Yep.
We keep going. So this is, I think, this world here. It's from Stranger, and so it's got a lot of those really awesome, some of the earliest examples I saw of using stairs really creatively to do roofs that looked really detailed and had a lot more edges and angles and stuff. We saw a lot of builds like this kind of early on when we had just out of, there was really maybe only a couple stairs in the game, I think wood and stone probably, and players just took those and just went nuts with them and made these kind of wood and stone colored cities because those were the shapes that they had available to these really detailed builds.
Thor, do you want to tell us about this amazing sculpture? Do you remember that?
This dragon was crazy. I remember, so this was one of the first things that, as a studio, we sent around and we were just like, how did they do that?
Yeah.
Like, it is such a massive sculpture with so many hours invested into this one creature, and then of course it just continued to escalate from here. But this is one of the first examples of that like jaw-dropping moment. You'll notice when this was done, there were only 7 quick slots. So just imagine,
Yeah,
right. How
the
difficult
effort that people were going through
it was
to create this.
I think Switch was the creator of that.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at this. Here's PMA, still an active player.
Yes.
That we see. I think he plays there in Happy Town with some of those guys. This may even be from that world. I'm not sure, but look at that.
No, it's not from Happy Town, but that I have been to that build. I've actually taken one of the screenshots on our store page.
Yeah.
I asked him if I could take from that build because it's so cool. Yeah. And then, of course, I think this is Craft Agent or...
No, this is B Canary.
Oh, yeah, B Canary, yes.
Yeah. Another kind of old school player. Had a heyday. So my favorite thing about this community is we can look at these builds and say, oh, I know that guy, I know that person, that player that made this. I remember when they were active and putting out really great stuff. It's just how this community has become so personal to us, and we feel like we know all of y'all.
Yeah. It's like a big family.
It is. Hey, there's Adora's giant swan. I think she just published this as a blueprint, although if I remember, the very wingtips of the swan are cut off, and you have to recreate those on your own.
It's funny. Someone on Twitter, I think, or Facebook posted that they were trying to, do a blueprint of their Eiffel Tower, and it was, of course, way too tall. So I suggested you could do an Eiffel table.
Hey, you could do that. There's nothing going to stop you from doing that. Let's see. That Twizzle, holding it down with the new Mesa City, which I think is now complete. Some modern building by Jacobar. Yeah, awesome stuff. I remember this, Bare Knuckles. That was the
Bare Knuckles, yeah.
Their welcome center, right after the World V2. So World V2, if you weren't around then, was back in release 14, a couple years ago now, I think. We went from the first version of the world to the second, and added all these biomes. Thor was there. I was just a player at the time, but I remember being so excited when those came out and going and exploring this new world. And this was a world that was started right after that, and just a team of players building together, trying to make something really awesome right away after already having spent a year building up their old worlds. Now they're starting brand new and made this amazing stuff.
Speaking of World V2,
Oh.
do we want to take a stroll down memory lane?
Do we got some World V1 screenshots?
We got something better.
Oh, okay. All right.
Let's see what this is.
Hey guys,
teaser.
it's David talking from Playful, and I'm here with Daniel.
Man, we were so much younger.
Game
Just so
designer
fresh
on
and
Creativerse.
innocent. And
Too fresh.
And we wanted to give you guys an update on the state of the game.
Now we're all weather
specifically
weary
the
and
biomes that were teased a while back. Thor, why don't you tell us about it?
Yeah, sure. We've made huge strides on what we're.
I don't know if we're going to necessarily watch this whole thing.
If I had to sum up what you guys are going to
it's
get
on
to
our
experience
YouTube
here
page if you
soon,
wanted to
I'd
watch
say
the
that
whole
there are
thing,
big
but,
things and big
quite
changes
mastered
coming to
command button yet.
Creativerse.
I've got like a nice like
little
half
bit.
blood, half ponytail sticking out.
First of all, we took the
Here we go.
Oh my gosh, crafting stations.
Crafting stations.
Yes. For those of
We
you
also
that don't
made them much
remember,
larger
they
than
used
they
to
used to
spawn
be.
in the wild, and you had to find them to craft.
It was very confusing.
There are also some entirely new biomes.
You can still get them in some old worlds.
Yep.
They're
They're still hanging around.
For
Yeah,
everyone
but this was
who has
people's
asked
first
me
glimpse
to
at like
purchase
the canyon biome, which didn't exist. The
Added
old worlds were
a
like
handful of
grass and trees and a desert.
See, we've even done some texture retouches after.
And
this.
you'll run into some fun variations of a
Gone
few
in and done
familiar
some
things.
colors to some of these just base recolors to make them more interesting.
Yep. And
We also
remember
made a
being
bunch of
really
changes to
frustrated
crafting and
with
recipes.
The sound quality on this.
The idea here was to add a
I
layer
tried
of
so
horizontal
hard
adventure
to
to
make
the game
like,
by giving you guys a reason to
filter
explore
out
the
kind of the
surface.
background noise and stuff.
For example,
we have
some
murderous
items and
air
mobs are only
conditioners
found
that
in
like
certain
filter
biomes,
sound.
and if you want to craft everything in the game, you're going to have to find them all.
Well, you know, if we want to take a stroll like way back.
In short, it's going to
way
feel
back
like an
into the
entirely
game.
new game.
We
Can't wait to hear
could
what you guys think.
go ahead and switch over to the first trailer we put out. Why don't we do that?
Do it.
We realize
up for
World
that?
V2 has been a long
do it.
time coming.
All right, here it is.
Look at that. Look at those lollipop trees.
Whoa, 5 quick bar slots.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. I still remember when, like, one of our first YouTubers, Zaxter99, he got really confused with the energy bar. He thought it was like he had run out of energy and he used to project it, and it was actually just that he had crouch on. But he was like, "What do you have to like wait to be able to move in this game? This is stupid."
Oh, look at the old wooden extractors.
It's a sport key I see in the slot one.
You used to have to use the port crystal to teleport to your touchstone.
All the icons, a lot of the icons are different now, better.
Beeswax is still the same. Beeswax has survived many iterations.
We got it right the first time.
Yeah. Can't mess with perfection.
This was Builder Bob. Remember when we like had some contractors build this amazing world? There's Brian Lindahl. Yes. I remember asking him, "Hey, come join this world so I can film this footage with you, so we can show that it's a multiplayer game." Man, I think I just edited that thing with like the tool I used to capture. I was like way back in the day.
Yeah, we've come a really long way.
Makes me cry.
And the game has just become something more than we ever expected. So and it's all thanks to y'all's support and all the feedback and iteration that you've been able to let us do, and it's really great.
Apparently, the music on the trailer was too loud, so they missed what we were talking about.
Well.
I don't know that it was that important.
It wasn't at all.
Most of the things that come out of our mouths is not that, crucial. But I don't. I honestly can't even remember what we were talking about. Somebody did call out that they missed the old player characters and the old glove.
Well, that glove in the video wasn't even the old glove. It's like the old glove.
Right.
Yeah.
That,
Stretched all the way down your forearm.
Yeah.
There was the middle ground here, and then there's this one,
yeah.
and then the massive Hellboy gauntlet.
Yeah.
Someone suggested they can read our lips, so just go back and read our lips. I mean,
Yeah,
you can
except for that
totally
one
make
part
that
when
up.
we were doing this.
Right.
The rest of it, you're good.
Yeah. What were you saying? No, I interrupted you.
Oh, nothing. We 100% acknowledge that everybody has their own taste in visual, and that is something that we are taking into heavy consideration as we continue development for Creativerse. So,
Absolutely. And also, we were, if I remember right after sometime after the most recent player character got into the game, There's a few players, Deadwood I can think of, that were very vocal about, hey, we really miss that old guy. He was a little, you know, but we just liked him. And so I think if you pick just the right combination of hairstyles and facial expressions, you can kind of approximate that old character. A little nod to those original fans that remember those two player models. You can actually swap out your hair just right and kind of get close. And so that's in there, just if you can't let go.
Yep. Yeah, I see other people calling out things like the helmets. They really wish those would come back. And that, you know, definitely feedback like that shapes kind of the way we think about, like, well, what do we want to do down the road with, you know, stuff like that.
Absolutely. And our main goal with removing the helmet, you know, we talked about this a lot because we love the helmet slot. You know, we turned it into the pauldron. But the main goal with removing the helmet was so that players could express their own personality and their own customization outside of the gear system. Right. And so this was only the first step for that, so you can expect more.
I mean, there are plenty of ways to express yourself through, you know, a helmet made of steel.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to express yourself.
Yeah.
That may be the expression that you're trying to get across.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
So
I'll think about that.
I'm already thinking about it.
I'm done thinking about it.
I can't not think about it. I'm trying really hard not to, and it's just impossible.
Well, you guys, I think that we teased that we were going to have a little bit of a couple surprises for the community,
Right.
a couple things to mention, and then we even mentioned that we're going to give out a new promo code for the community, something that you can go right away. It's already live. You just don't know the word yet. You can get into the game and claim that and get some fun stuff. So why don't we talk about that a little bit?
A gift of free goodies that you put together.
I did.
You curated this.
Curated by Brainsloth for you, hand-selected, barrel-aged, and so on. So I think first...
12-year barrel-aged?
No.
Okay.
I don't have that kind of
12
time.
minutes barrel-aged.
Yeah. So I think the first thing we should talk about is not that promo code, but a sale that's going on.
Oh, right.
So if you pull up, you might have already noticed, it actually went live a couple hours ago, but for our special 3-year anniversary, we put all our coins on sale in the store. You can see that right now. Everything's 10% off, and so your the 500 coin bundle, which is really 550, I think, all 4 of those coin bundles are now 10% off. So you can get a little bit of a deal if you were thinking of picking up some coins. And we introduced for the first time another coin bundle. This is a super high value if you're planning to buy a bunch of stuff in Creativerse and you just want to get the best value, a mega bundle of coins, 15,000 coins I think, that you can pick up all in one bundle with a discounted price, and that one's also on sale. So check it out next time you're in the store. If you were thinking of picking up some coins, we have a little sale for you. So that's one thing.
Yep.
And the next thing I think is that promo code. Are we ready? Do you think the community is ready for a new code?
Yeah, you made
to get
such
some
an
fun
awesome
stuff?
overlay. We can actually
this
turn
overlay.
that on.
All right. Let's see. Where is it? Oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
Okay, we're about to reveal the code that you can type into the store.
Right.
It's going to be right about.
Right.
It's going to be right where this is pointing.
This little gauntlet, 3D printed gauntlet.
All right,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Celebrate!
So if you go into the store today, click on that redeem button up at the top, type in celebrate and hit enter. You're going to get a bundle of stuff. It's a party in a box. It's a day for everyone to party because we're having our 3rd anniversary, 3rd birthday, if you will, for Creativerse, and this is your chance to celebrate and have a party in your world.
If you're at work right now, you have my personal permission to tell your boss that you need to go home and play Creativerse because you need to celebrate.
Yes.
I don't know if that'll fly, but you're welcome to try it.
Yeah, it's probably a horrible idea. In fact, I would. I don't know that I'd go so far as to recommend it, but
you could send them the link to this Twitch stream and have them watch that.
That's true. Your boss will understand with that.
Blame
that
me
link.
if you get fired.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Nobody get fired.
Please don't get fired.
because of
Please
us.
don't get fired.
Don't
Please don't
that.
blame me.
Don't do any of this.
But yeah,
I didn't want to mention it earlier, but at the beginning of the stream, there were tons of people requesting the Raymond Editor 5,000, and I'm so glad that we included that in the bundle. It's one of everybody's most beloved items that everybody always requests to get more of. So there you go. Celebrate the Raymond Editor.
Pick up the unicorn sword.
It's a special unicorn sword. We gave up it's one of those kind of special items. It's not available just if you start playing the game. You can't unlock it. But whenever we have any SKUs, we always give them out to people. Just kind of a fun extra sword. And so there's going to be one inside the bundle along with some other fun stuff. Some arc stones. You'll see the bundle when you go to the store and redeem that code. Celebrate.
Yeah. Don't spoil the whole thing.
Not the whole thing.
That code.
Yeah. Not the one that's like.
Not. Yeah.
We don't have any other codes.
No other codes. Well,
I think that's about it. I think someone had a little prop that they wanted to.
yeah, I think when you're talking about a celebration, there might be some sort of celebration prop.
Sounds like we gotta kill a few.
Stage left.
Not to tee this up too much.
Mikey! He's
Mike.
Superman.
He is, it's true.
That's what he's mocking at the office a second ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know, we talk about celebrating, and what do we mean, really?
We're not killing time here.
We're not.
We are not stalling.
Not at all.
Not stalling.
Yep. Talking about not stalling is my favorite way of stalling.
It really is. It's in my top 5.
Yeah.
Maybe the best stall of all stalls.
I'd love to see your list.
birthday to you.
What?
Birthday to
You got it, Thor.
We have to all three.
Dear
Creativerse.
Happy birthday to you.
All right. Three-way candle blow.
Oh, that was romantic.
That was beautiful.
Three-way cupcake eat.
Off stream.
Yeah, the gifts that could be created from that would be nightmarish. So no.
Truly. They would never go away. They would follow us forever. Well, all right. I think on that note, we've done it. We've celebrated.
Yeah, sorry
We've given a code.
we weren't super responsive to your chats. We next time, like, we always try to like answer as many questions as we can.
Yeah.
So we'll save that for next time. So
Yeah, catch us next time. I think we'll probably be doing a Playfulverse stream maybe next week, and then you never know when we'll do a release update. Last minute, we'll let you know. So those could be coming up soon, and we'll definitely catch your questions and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, a couple shout outs, by the way. Hi, Nick. Speaking of Playfulverse, if you go to the world Playfulverse created by Brainsloth in the game, it's public. Anyone can go there and build, and that's a new series we're doing where like each or every other week we go in and show off the cool stuff you guys have built.
Yeah.
And
been a
featuring
lot of fun.
one of our favorite new games, Touchstone Roulette, where
Touchstone
we
Roulette.
just randomly pick a touchstone and we go see what's there.
Yeah, that's been a lot of fun, so join us there.
Yep.
And if this is your first stream with us, we also do every release day. When the servers go down, we'll jump in and give you a quick sneak peek at all the new stuff that's coming. So lots of chances to join the fun if you haven't, or if this is your first time.
Speaking of sneak peeks, the other call out, if you are interested in joining our group of sneak preview players, that is an option that's available. I think you can get in touch with a mod on our forums, and they can direct you to how to join that group. We have our own Discord where you can talk with us and play on the separate servers that have all the new stuff as it comes out. And I think we have a new one of those starting
soon.
a week or so.
We're always looking for really passionate players to come check out the new stuff and give feedback before it goes out to the wider audience. So definitely hop on that.
Yep, and we're particularly excited about some of the stuff that's upcoming. I know I am, so we'll just leave that there. So,
anything else you want to call out?
I think we've done it. I think we've celebrated. I think we had a cupcake. We had a code. This code, if you're just joining us, go put that in the store right now, and you'll get a party in a box. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Just leave the stream right now, close it out, and go to the game.
Just throw your computer on the ground. Just do whatever you have to do to get this box right away.
Honestly, like, you've seen everything that's like awesome.
Yeah.
It has already happened, except for this special guest star from Pigsy.
Always. So all right, I think we've done it. I think we're good. So until next time, thanks for tuning in for this special anniversary stream. We'll see you next time.
Bye, guys. See you
later.